So while I did say it is very possible that Carlos Prates fights Leon Edwards next after destroying Geoff Neal 2 nights ago at UFC 319, it is also very possible that he fights Michael Venom Page. Now, the two of these guys seem to be pretty buddy buddy. I just saw a video of them partying after the fight, and they were, hugging and exchanging fight celebrations, things like that. Really cool stuff, So if these two guys were to fight, there would be zero bad blood. It would be like a respectful bout, but still a much needed fight because this would be pretty fun to watch. Michael Venom Page has agreed to it, and Carlos Prates also obviously has agreed. So this is definitely possible. Just as possible as Carlos Prates versus Leon Edwards would be. This fight, I think, would be more fun than Carlos Prates versus Leon Edwards, just because Leon doesn't do as much showboating as Michael Venom Page does, and I think while showboating isn't completely necessary in a MMA slash UFC fight, I think it just makes the fight more fun, you know, in a respectful manner. I don't want to see like a fighter being too cocky to the point where they're just dropping their hands and doing, like whatever. But Michael Venom Page kind of does that, but to a degree. Like he'll be serious at moments and like seriously strike you after like fainting, like he's not taking the fight serious. But overall, Michael Venom Page versus Carlos Prates would do numbers. It would be a great fight and a fun fight. Like I said, it would be respectful, but in a sport manner. In a way where both fighters are obviously trying to win. Carlos Prates has the power. Obviously, Michael Venom Page has the precision, flow, technique from a karate point fighting perspective. It would be fun. It would be fun. And I think if you were to ask me who I would choose to win, I'm going to go with MVP because of the speed. I'm going to go with MVP because of the speed. Both of these guys are tall and rangy, so I can't really say that Prates has a 100% reach advantage. And when you add on top of that Michael Venom Page has this flow state style that is incredibly deadly to so many fighters, I'm going to lean towards MVP. I like Prates. I like the power that he has. But in many cases, power means very little when you don't know how to place your punches correctly. So give me Michael Venom Page in this matchup. Still a fun fight. Let me know what you think.